If you were to see and you got to consider the main possibility of food. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The roll call, please.
Commissioner Goodman is running a few minutes late, but he should be arriving shortly.
Mr. Reddick won't be here tonight. Are there any amendments to the agenda? All right, hearing none, can I get a motion to adopt the agenda?
Motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Second. We got a first and a second to approve the agenda. All in favor? Motion carried. All right, if there are no changes to the minutes from the April 2nd regular meeting and public hearing, can I get a motion to accept those minutes?
Motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Second. Well, I got a first and a second. All in favor? Those opposed? All right, this brings us to our first presentation. Seth, you're giving that?
All right, Seth Collins, the Deputy County Administrator. Tonight is probably one of the harder agenda item, or not an agenda item, but thing I've had to do in this job. And for those who don't know, we're having to say goodbye to our Facilities Maintenance Director, Matt Zink. Matt has been a dedicated employee to Camden County from 2020 to today, and unfortunately, he's going on to bigger and better things. But what I can say about Matt in the year that I've gotten to work with him, it's been an honor and a privilege to get to work with you. You lead with integrity. You go above and beyond in everything that you do, and I'm eternally grateful for the efforts that you put in and the work you've done for Camden County. Your fingerprints will be all over this county. You've worked on multiple projects just since I've been here, including the Resiliency Operations Center, the Public Health Department, and countless other items that be too many to list. So I will say that we are all going to miss you, and we're just thankful for your service to the county. But when God opens a door, you got to run through it. And we couldn't be more proud of you. And we'll always call you a friend. And when you come back, we can't wait to see you. So if you'll come up and accept this plaque just as a appreciation of your time here. Thank you.
Do I get a picture of it?
And while the commissioners are coming down, I actually had the pleasure of hiring Matt about 4 years ago. So it's been a pleasure working with you, Matt. Ever since we hired you, we knew you'd do an outstanding job for us, and we just greatly appreciate everything you have done for this county, your family as well. I know sometimes we've been here through long meetings, and hopefully tonight won't be too long so you can go back and see them, but just greatly appreciate everything you do for them. So I'm getting in the photo now.
All right, now we're going to have the Employee of the Quarter presentation. Who's doing that? There.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Amy Peoples, a member of the Employee Recognition Committee for Camden County. Tonight, I have the honor to present the first quarter of 2024 Employee of the Quarter There were 26 nominations for Employee of the Quarter, and we've narrowed it down to one, which is very hard to do. The employee that we've selected has been with the county for nearly 4 years. During this time, he's become a valued employee, coworker, and a friend to so many. Camden County is very fortunate to have him as an employee. Here's what some of his fellow coworkers had to say about him. This is from some of the nominations that we received. This person is a diligent worker, committed to his job. Since starting with the county in 2020, he has obtained multiple building inspector certifications, demonstrating his commitment. He goes the extra mile for homeowners, developing relationships with each of them. His sincerity shines through in these interactions, making him a valuable asset to the county. Another coworker said that he's a very hard worker who goes out of his way to help his coworkers. He is always a happy presence in the office and makes everyone smile even when they're having a bad day. And then another person nominated him because he is an extraordinary person. He's been a great asset to the Planning and Development Department as a building inspector. He has shown his dedication to the department by obtaining all the ICC certifications he has received in such a short time. He goes above and beyond to help anyone with anything. He never meets a stranger, which is perfect for his job as a building inspector. You can always count on him being there for you, and I'm fortunate to have him as a coworker and as a friend. So tonight, we're going to recognize Petey Kemp as our employee of the first quarter. He is a senior building inspector with Planning and Development Department.
Bring your family up too, Petey.
Congratulations, Petey. And listen, when I saw Matt come in tonight, I figured something important was happening because he has his shirt tucked in. Those of you that know Matt well know that that's a rarity. This has been fun tonight so far, commissioners. It's good to do some business like this opposed to some of the things that we usually have to deal with. I've got something else I'm really excited about presenting to you guys tonight. We have some guests here in the audience that you'll notice. Tonight we have a proclamation recognizing the achievements of the Camden County High School wrestling team. So I'm going to read this proclamation, then I'm going to ask Coach Wilder and whoever he'd like to have come up with him to have a photograph with you guys. After I read the proclamation, we'll present it to him. So whereas the Camden County High School wrestling team has demonstrated unparalleled dedication, skill, and sportsmanship throughout the years, whereas under the leadership of Coach Jess Wilder since his 2006 arrival at Camden County High School, the team has achieved remarkable success, marking a historic era in Camden County wrestling. The team's consistent pursuit of excellence led to 3 top 3 finishes in the state championships in 2009, 2010, and 2011, showcasing their tenacity and competitive spirit. And whereas the watershed moment came in 2012 when the Camden wrestling team clinched its inaugural state championship title, a triumph that ignited a legacy of success that still extends today. The watershed moment came in 2012, where despite facing formidable opponents in the following years, including runner-up finishes, the team's determination prevailed, leading to another state championship title in 2015, sparking the unprecedented streak that we find ourselves on now. The 2015 triumph marked the beginning of an extraordinary, get this, 10-year streak of traditional state championships, culminating in the recent victory over Beaufort in the Class 7A finals, showcasing this team's resilience and dominance. Whereas over this extended period of excellence, Camden County actually lays claim to 21 state championships, consisting of 11 state dual championships and 10 traditional state championships. And my favorite part of all, Camden County has not lost a dual meet in over 10 years. Whereas the Georgia High School Association created the 7A classification in 2016, but will reclassify in 2024 to eliminate the 7A classifications. The history books will list no other champion in the 7A classification history other than Camden County High School. Now therefore be it proclaimed by the Camden County Board of Commissioners that we recognize and commend the Camden County High School Wrestling Program for their unparalleled achievements, unwavering dedication, and outstanding sportsmanship. We extend our heartfelt congratulations to Coach Jess Wilder, his entire coaching staff, every member of the team for their remarkable contributions, and the proud legacy of Camden County High School Wrestling. Proclaim the 16th day of April, Ben L. Casey, Chairman, Camden County Board of Commissioners. Coach Wilder, if you'll come up. Have you stand up there, if any of the guys you'd like to bring with you? So this is Coach Wilder right here, ladies and gentlemen. He also, I want to point out a couple of other, just a few individual folks that he brought with him as well, if you guys will raise your hand. With him tonight are some of his state champions. So sophomore state champion and Coach Wilder's son, Ryder Wilder. Sophomore state champion, Hunter Prosen. All right. Junior two-time state champion, Bradley Patterson. And senior three-time state champion, Conlon Weaver, I think he goes by the nickname Tank, will be wrestling for Life University starting in the fall of 2024. Congratulations, gentlemen. We're so proud of everything that you've accomplished. Congratulations, guys. We've made it all so far.
On behalf of the Board of Commissioners, Coach, I hope you continue to kick butt.
Mr. Chairman, I've got the honor of this next proclamation as well, since I was up here. So this is a proclamation from the Board of County Commissioners recognizing the week of April 21st through 27th, 2024 as Crime Victims' Rights Week with the theme, How Would You Help? Options, Services, and Hope for Crime Survivors. Whereas being a victim of crime and navigating criminal justice can be a frightening and confusing experience, since the passage of the Victims of Crime Act of 1984 and through the dedicated work of advocates, lawmakers, and victims service providers, there's a growing array of services and resources available to victims and their loved ones. Whereas honoring the rights of victims, including the rights to be heard and to be treated with fairness, dignity, and respect, and working to meet their needs rebuilds their trust in the criminal justice and social service systems. Identifying, reaching, and servicing all victims of crime, especially those from groups that often have less access to the healing services and avenues of justice, it is essential. Whereas elevating voices of survivors creates a path to building and sustaining community trust and serves as a catalyst for implementing innovative programs and policies in the pursuit of justice, National Crimes Victims Week provides an opportunity to recommit to ensure accessible, appropriate, and trauma-informed services are offered to all victims of crime. Whereas Camden County is hereby dedicated to supporting victims and survivors in the aftermath of crime, building trust among our citizens, collaborating with service providers, and engaging our community in response to those efforts. Now, therefore, it be resolved by the Camden County Board of Commissioners, we do hereby proclaim the week of April 21st through 27th, 2024 as Crime Victims' Rights Week in Camden County. We reaffirm our commitment to creating a victim service and criminal justice response that assists all victims of crime during this week and throughout the entire year. We express our sincere gratitude and appreciation for those community members, victim service providers, and criminal justice professionals who are committed to improving our response to all victims of crime to find relevant assistance, support, justice, and peace. Proclaim the 16th day of April, Ben L. Casey, Chairman, Camden County Board of Commissioners. I don't know if we have somebody here this evening for that, Katie, but we wanted to officially make this proclamation this evening. I think that the DA has a presentation coming up that we'll go and actually present this to them, if I'm correct. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mike. All right, this brings us to our first public comment section of the night. We'll limit it to 3 minutes and agenda items only. Anybody registered, Case? Okay. Anybody from the public wish to speak? All right, seeing none, this time we need a motion to adjourn the regular meeting and convene a public hearing.
Make a motion, Mr. Chairman, to, do a public hearing.
Second. All right, we got a first and a second to convene a public hearing. All in favor? All right, Joey, you're up.
Commissioners, I'm here tonight to present the first reading for the adoption of the amended Development Impact Fee Ordinance of Camden County. Now, this document will amend the 2008 Developmental Impact Fee Program ordinance, and as such, updates the impact fee schedule program. Now, you'll find 3 different scenarios in your package regarding that fee schedule. And during our work session a couple of months ago, you all asked us to return that schedule at the pay rates now, as well as plus 5% and minus 5%. Now, I would like to note that we do not have to make a final decision on that impact fee schedule tonight. I will return May 21st for a second and final reading, and we will need to make a decision then. So staff would recommend approval on this.
All right, thank you, Joey. Does anybody from the public wish to speak in favor of this item? Anybody wish to speak in opposition? Seeing none, now we need a motion to adjourn the public hearing and reconvene the regular meeting.
Chairman, make a motion to adjourn the public hearing. Second motion.
Got a first and a second. All in favor? All right, we're back in the regular meeting. You're up again, Joey.
Thank you, Chairman. I'd like to present the first reading for the adoption of the amended Developmental Impact Fee Ordinance for Camden County, and staff would recommend approval on this first reading.
And there's no action needed at this time.
No, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, item number 2.
Mr. Chairman, this is for the appointment of a new code enforcement officer, Eric Kalakowskis. So I'd ask him to come up. And you have the commission, Mr. Chairman?
Yeah, Katie.
Okay. All right, Mr. Kalakowskis, just say I swear or I affirm. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will well and faithfully uphold and execute the constitutions and laws of the United States and the state of Georgia?
I swear.
A little quick. And to the best of your ability, enforce the regulations and ordinances of Camden County, Georgia, and as an employee of the county, that you are not the holder of any undistributed public funds.
I swear.
Good. She's got a commission you'll need to sign. The chairman will sign it. Okay.
Very good.
Thank you, John. Welcome aboard. All right, now we need a motion to adjourn the regular meeting and enter a solid waste authority meeting.
Chairman, make a motion to adjourn the regular meeting and convene the solid waste authority.
We have a second?
Second.
We got a first and second to adjourn the regular meeting and enter a solid waste authority meeting. All in favor? Are there any amendments to the solid waste authority agenda? Hearing none, can I get a motion to adopt the agenda?
Move, Mr. Chairman.
Second. All right, we got a first and a second. All in favor? We got the adopted agenda. This brings us to approval of the minutes. If there's no changes to the minutes from the February 20th meeting, can I get a motion to accept?
Motion to accept the agenda.
The
Amendments.
minutes.
Minutes.
Got a first and a second to accept the minutes. All in favor? Motion carried. That brings us to the first public comment section on solid waste. We're limited to 3 minutes, agenda items only. Are there anybody restricted? Anybody from the public wish to speak? Seeing none, we'll go to our first item. Mr. Smith, who?
Yes, sir, I'm here. Good evening. The first item up is to request the Board of Commissioners to consider awarding the bid for the MSW Cell 5 construction project to Shamrock Construction. 3 bids were received and analyzed. Shamrock was the low bid. If you look on the paper, there was the base bid and then alternate A and alternate B, which had to do with using an alternate liner base and an alternate leachate collection system. Our engineers of record, ACC, recommended the base with alternate A and B was the best option. And that price came in at $2,800,049,801.90. And they felt that that was the recommended bid to accept, would be Shamrock's. With this, this bid puts us, after the quality control fees, about a little over $1 million under budget for the project.
Could you repeat that? You were kind of breaking up.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. This bid, if we accept this bid with Shamrock, we still have to pay, ACC, but that'll put us over $1 million under budget for the project.
All right, thank you. Can I get a motion on this item? We have a second? Second. Got a first and second. Any discussion? Yeah. All right, no more discussion. All those in favor? Motion passed. All right, item number 2, Mr. Smith.
All right, item number 2 is for the Board of Commissioners to consider the purchase of a 2023 D5 PX waste handler dozer, Komatsu, with an extended warranty from Linder Industrial Machinery Company. This dozer has been at the landfill for a few months as an emergency rental. 80% of the cost of the rental will be credited towards the purchase of the machine. The total cost of the machine would be $569,324. Then minus the $60,000 rental credit would equal $509,324 without the extended warranty. With the 5-year, 10,000-hour extended warranty, it would be an additional $24,985. That total price would come out to $534,309. Lender will allow for the payment of the machine in July 2024, which will allow it to come out of the solid waste department's FY25 budget. This dozer will be used in landfill daily operations, including pushing and spreading trash for the compactor, grading slopes, covering trash with dirt, repairing roads, potential firefighting operations, etc. This piece of equipment is essential for daily landfill operations. The solid waste, the options would be, option 1 would be motion to approve the purchase with the premier warranty. Option 2 would be motion to approve the purchase without the extended warranty. 3 would be motion to deny the purchase. And 4 would be motion to table the item. The solid waste department recommends approval of the purchase with the extended warranty.
Thank you. And from what I hear, the employees out there are happy with it.
Yes, sir. We haven't had any problems with it. It's been a really good machine.
Thank you. Can I get a motion on this item? Have a second? Second. First and second, any discussion? All in favor? All right, this brings us to the final public comment section of the Solid Waste Authority meeting. Anybody wish to speak? Now we need a motion to adjourn the Solid Waste Authority meeting and reconvene the regular meeting. We have first and second. All in favor? Motion carried. All right, you're back up, Campbell.
Yes, sir. The first item, will be to request the Board of Commissioners, consider awarding the bid for the MSW Cell 5 construction project to low bid Shamrock Construction. The Solid Waste Department recommends awarding the bid to Shamrock Construction.
All right, can I get a motion on this item?
Motion to approve, Mr. Chairman.
I'll second it. Any discussion? All in favor? Motion carries. Brings us to the next item, the purchase of the dozer.
Yes, sir. The second item up would be to request that the Board of Commissioners consider the purchase of a Komatsu 2023 D65 PX waste handler dozer with an extended warranty for Linder Industrial Machinery Company. The total price would be $534,309. The Solid Waste Department recommends approval of the purchase with the extended warranty.
Can I get a motion on this item?
Mr. Chairman, make a motion to purchase the 2023 D65 PX waste handler dozer with the extended warranty.
Do we have a second? Second. First and second to purchase the bulldozer. Any discussion? Other than this is enterprise fund money will be used for this.
Yes, sir. This will come out of next year's budget for solid waste.
All right, thank you. All in favor? Motion carried. Brings us to item number 5. The gun range noise abatement solutions. We don't have any updates at this time. All right.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, what we're waiting on is, we're still waiting on one final quote from the Canopy company itself. Just that same ordeal we were waiting on last time. We're still waiting on that quote.
All right, thank you. Calendar, Katie. Okay, County Administrator comments?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. Scott, are you able to pull up that slideshow from yesterday? So yesterday, we were able to celebrate our groundbreaking event for the new health department that's coming in. So this is just a quick slideshow showing that event. I don't know if you're, there you go. As we go through this, I just want to kind of reiterate the special thanks that we gave to everybody yesterday. So to all of our cities who participated, all of our citizens who also assisted with the voter approval on SPLOST 8 to allow for funds to be thrown towards this project, the Department of Public Health for their participation as well as funding, the state of Georgia for actually DCA, Department of Community Affairs, approved us for a community development block grant for $1 million to also help fund this project. The Southeast Georgia Health System was very generous in donating the property in which you see in the photos there. It's actually right across the street from the hospital, right off of Winding Road. And then just a huge thank you to all of our staff, all of the city staff, DPH staff, and other staff who have been directly involved with really bringing this project to fruition and creation. We really look forward to this. It's over a $5 million facility, and we're expecting the completion to be probably early 2025 with move-in probably sometime around February. Of course, that's barring no major hurricanes, any kind of major weather-related events. So as long as we can avoid those, I think we'll be okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. And that's also a consolidation. I want to make that clear too. So it's a consolidation of 3 different offices. So there's 2 clinic offices, one in St. Mary's, one in Woodbine, and then the environmental clinic, which is at our annex facility, right off the Gross Road and Highway 40. So all 3 of those offices will be consolidated into this office. It's a really nice facility. We're really looking forward to getting that started. So the other things I wanted to mention were tomorrow, just a reminder, we've got the meetings with the cities to continue our SPLOST negotiations. That is tomorrow at CCGA at 4 p.m. And then Thursday night, we will kick off Citizens Academy at 6 p.m. at our historic courtroom just across the way here. So with that, that's all I have. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, that brings us to our final public comment section of the night. We're limited to 3 minutes. Anybody rest with it?
Yes, sir. Mr. Roger Shaw.
Roger Shaw, 30 Marymount Court, St. Mary's, Georgia. I'd like to address some questions that have puzzled me about about the Two Rivers gun range that were brought up at the April 2nd meeting. First, the zoning. The AF zoning runs along the entry road to the range, and with a special use permit would extend AF zoning to cover the range and to Mr. Manning's first complaint. Second, the range is legally noisy, and Mr. Manning cites sections of the County Unified Development Code. He counts 802.2, enumeration of nuisances, sub A, sounds, very nebulous. Next, 810, noise control, loud and unnecessary, talks about noise. He's failed to mention 810, which enumerates the noises. And guess what? There's nothing about a gun range or gunfire. Very convenient. And next, on the April 6th meeting, on the April 2nd meeting, I asked Mr. Manning in front of a witness if a neutral third party could come to his residence and take decibel readings. His answer was decibels have nothing to do with it. Well, that's an indication of sound. I don't understand that. And when I asked about if any commissioners had been out to the residence to listen, he came up and responded that the commissioners had been there, but it was a north wind, and sound was only heard with a south wind. Well, I said that puzzled me, so I went to NASA's MIR-2, which is the modern era retrospective analysis that gives all climate data for all over the country. Okay, and looked up south winds in Camden County. And it says that there's chance of south winds from April 1st to April 21st with any kind of velocity only 2.9 weeks. And from June 10th to August 15th with the higher winds at only 2.2 weeks, which is actually less than 10% of the year where that sound traveled to his residence. And they talk about loud noises all times of day. Well, there's no shooting on Monday. And again, only with a south wind by his own admission. Next, the gun range has only been in operation since 2021. And so if it's not making a profit, can't do a forensic analysis of it. But you look how long it took Apple, Microsoft, and Amazon to make a profit, many, many, many years. Okay. And on the March 21st in the paper, it talked about spending on sound suppression. I said, I think that the commissioners should ascertain the veracity of Mr. Manning's problem.
Your time's up, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Anybody else wish to speak before the board?
Manning from Bullhead. If you'd like to come out and listen to the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos and audios, feel free to come on out. I've got them. Everybody's heard them. So as far as your 10% of south winds, just so happens,
Ricky,
all week is south wind.
you gotta address us, not him.
I'll address you too. All right, anyhow, this is crazy. I don't care about the decibels, what they read. It's a nuisance. The nuisance code says nothing about how loud, what decibels they are. Yes, decibels is related to sound. I'm not stupid. I've studied acoustics for many years. Now, anytime there's a south wind, go ahead and add 20 decibels. If y'all want to talk about decibels, add 20 decibels to my house from what's coming from the gun range. That's a fact. Now, this morning, I wasn't going to say nothing. How about that when my grandyoungins out there in the backyard calling up turkeys? And then right at 9:30, the turkeys took off because of the noise. You know why? South wind. Now, if y'all do something, you're breaking the laws. I don't care what anybody says, you know you're breaking them. There's your lawyer. You got a lawyer over there. Let him read it. I've had 3 lawyers read it. So, you know what? I'll take them 3 over 1. And I'm going to take it over y'all too. Now, I'm tired of up here. I'm tired of coming up here and having to complain. This is a cut and dried situation. Fix it. You shouldn't have never let it allow to begin with. As far as the zoning, he wants to talk about the zoning. It's an IG, period. It's in your book as IG, in the county code book. It's not in anybody else's. It don't matter what anybody says. So you allowed it. You sat here incompetent, this board, when that thing was approved. That shows you how much you really care. You didn't even look at the zoning. It wasn't zoned for a gun range, period. And you allowed it and you passed it. That tells us what is running this county. Now, I'm through with y'all. We'll talk to the lawyers if you want to.
Thank you for your opinion. Anybody else wish to speak for the board? Come on up, Mr. Burke. No, we're not gonna do a back and forth between you two.
It's your exercise tonight. Oh, give me the top copy off of there, if you would, please. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Are we all set? Okay. Bob Bauer, Harriet's Bluff. And last meeting, I came up here and asked what happened to the spent brass. And I was told that it was gathered up and sold. And I asked for a copy of the profit and loss statement of the gun range. I have it in my hand. I've looked through it and I have yet to see anything in there that says that they have sold brass and recouped whatever that brass brought in. And I also looked at the bottom line on the back copy, which says that range lost $128,805.47. And if that was my business, it would be your business because you don't seem to care. And also at the last meeting, it was brought up about splosh. And I brought up that, over at Walmart, there's 2 taxes on there. I circled them up so you could find them real easy like. There's tax one, 7%. Tax two, 3%. And that was, look at the date here real quick. 10/15 of 23. Then we roll on over here to 8/15 of 23, 7 and 3. Walk on down to 10/5/23, 7 and 3. Explain to me why I have to pay 10% tax on my groceries.
It's not a 10% tax.
3 and 7 is 10, brother. Any way you look at it.
We can have a conversation after the meeting, but that, it's not 10%. You're wrong.
Your failure, in my opinion,
Well, the state of Georgia doesn't charge you for food taxes. All right, anybody else wish to speak for the board? All right. Seeing none, we need a motion to adjourn the regular meeting and convene an executive session for the purpose of discussing real estate and litigation. Second. Got a first and a second, all in favor? Motion carried.
So move, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
All in favor? Motion carries. There's no action needed from the executive session, so can I get a motion for adjournment?
So move, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
I got first and second for adjournment. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Get out of here.
Let's see if I can catch some of. Madam Deputy, they're talking. Hey, Scott, this thing's up. You might turn off your computer. I'll work on it.
Yeah, I was gonna ask